Hey everybody, it's Haley Am here, and I'm here to do a book review. I know, you guys figured out what I look like. This is my first book review in a while, and I actually read this book a while ago. I've just been being lazy. The book that I am reviewing, as you guys can tell from the title, is Dead to You by Lisa McMann. This is her newest book. I want to say it's a 2011. No, it's a 2012. Totally lied there. It's a 2012 book. And I will read you both front and back because I think they both kind of give their own information about the book and try and give you guys a rating on it. I'll read you the inside flap first. It says, "Some memories are better left untouched. Ethan was abducted from his front yard when he was just 7 years old. Now at 16, he's returned to his family. It's a miracle, at first. When the tension starts to build and his family starts falling apart all over again, if only Ethan could remember something, anything, about his life before, he'd be able to put the pieces back together. But there's something that's keeping his memory blocked. Something unspeakable." And then the back cover says, "I watched, horrified and awed. My parents huddled together behind the podium, crying, pleading for my return. And there's Blake, 4 years old, and scowling at the sun in his eyes. Mama begging the abductors to bring me back. No questions asked as long as I was safe. There's a reward. When it ends, I'm just staring at the screen, and after a minute, Cammy turns it off and I quickly say, 'Can I watch it again?' She peers at me and pulls off a mitten and touches my cheek. Her fingers come wet and shiny. 'Are you sure?' 'Yes,' I breathe. 'I want to see it again.'" It's a fairly short book. It's about this kid named Ethan who gets abducted, and in 16 he comes back to his family. And the reason I said I was going to try and rate this book is because it fell in that middle category. It wasn't amazing. Like, the story really caught my attention, but I didn't really like it. Like, I didn't feel like it lived up to Crier's Cross. It didn't live up to the Dreamcatcher series. It was okay. But I really liked the characters. But I really liked the story. And I really liked the ending of it. But it just wasn't a book that I'd go, "Oh my god, you have to read this book." I love the cover, though. Bye. But I didn't rate this book on my Goodreads. I left it blank because I didn't want to give it like a 4 out of 5 or a 5 out of 5 or a 3 out of 5, because 3 out of 5 to me means that I didn't like the book. You know, it was just kind of meh. Nothing too impressive. It was impressive. It just wasn't awe-inspiring, I guess you could say. But I guess that's the way some books are. They don't really leave you with that feeling. They don't really make you want to read more, you know, wish there was a second book, which I kind of do. The ending to this book isn't really an ending to the story, I don't think, because if you read the book, the ending shocked the H out of me, okay? But the next book that I am reading, I do not have on me. It is actually in my car. So, I'll show you a picture of the cover. I've already said this book in my last video, so let me see if I can find a picture of it. So as you guys can see, it's Shine by Lauren Miracle. This is the first book that I've ever read from her. The Jadam himself has read one of her other books, but this is my first book of her. everybody really ranted and raved about this book, so I really wanted to get my hands on it. But I'm finding it very hard to read. I don't know why. It might be just because I have these two books sitting waiting for my attention. The Nick series and the Natch series. I have both those to read. The third book of this one comes out in November. This one's already came out, the third book to this one. I'm reading Sookie. I'm in the mood for paranormal. And this book isn't paranormal. It's a more true to life. And I don't want to quit this book. Like, I really don't want to. I'm about, I want to say I'm about 130 pages in, which isn't much. It's a very thick book. I just can't get into it the way I wish I could. I mean, I love LGBT books, the community. I think it's just the way the book is written, more or less, that makes me not so sure about it. But let me see if I can see online how many pages this book is. Because I don't want to say that I don't want to read the rest of the book, because that's not true at all. I'm very into these kind of books, but it's not clicking for me, which really frustrates me. It's 376 pages. So, like I said, it's quite a thick book. I mean, let me see, I just crossed. It's 300, I know, at least. 365 pages. So it's just under this amount. Which, this is hardcover, and so it has more space. So it's bigger than this. It's probably this size, and this one's 415, and I want to read this one. So it's not that I don't like reading thick books, it's just that this book is kind of dragging for me a little bit, and I really want to get into it, but I'm finding it kind of difficult. Plus, I haven't been reading it that much. I've been reading Dead Reckoning, or listening to Dead Reckoning, more than I've been actually reading. Plus, school is utter hell right now, so, and my life's not much simpler. So, I'm going to try and try and try and try. I'm tired of giving up on books. I really am. But this may be a book that I may have to put down and start reading during the summer when I'm not trying to worry about school and work and homework. I need a easy, pick it up, know what's going on kind of read. And this isn't one of those books. So, stay tuned, I guess. We'll see what happens. Crossing my fingers that I don't want to give up on this book. But like I said, it may just be a postponing. It may not be a give up. But I really need to start reading again. I'm behind in my challenge now of my 100 books. I don't even know what number I'm at actually on my 100 book challenge. But I need to start reading again. So, wish me luck. Stay tuned. And I will be back sooner or later with another book review, hopefully, if I don't die. But I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and stay beautiful. Or try to, at least.